Hello, hello. How are you today? I am super duper excited today because we are going to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart. We are going to talk about the worst advice I have ever received regarding social media. Hey guys, I actually teach social media, but I have been given some bad advice over the years, and I am sure you have too. So let's talk about that a little bit today, okay? So before we go on, I want to introduce myself for those of you who do not know me. My name is Lisa Balthaser. My business is Fleur de Lisa Solutions. I'm a digital marketing, social selling, and mindset coach, and I help ambitious coaches and service-based business owners become powerful CEOs, make more money, make a bigger impact, and scale on social. Okay, guys, before you scale, you got to grow. So that is what I help people with. So let's dig right in today and let's talk about the worst advice I have received on social media. And guys, there's so much bad advice out there. And I just want you guys to think about some of the things that are going on. If you guys are watching, just say hi, hello. Let me know you're here. I am using StreamYard. You do need to sign into StreamYard in order for me to see who you are. And I would love to talk to you while we are live. I would love to hear some of what you guys have experienced while we are live. So please drop a hello in there so I can see who is here. Okay, so let's dig right in. I have three things that I wanted to talk about today, but hey guys, if you have other bad advice that you have been given over the years, I would love to hear it in the comments. There is so much bad advice out there. There's enough to go around. So let's get this started. So the first thing, and this is the one thing that people come to me for help with, and I kind of cringe when people come to me for help with this because while it can be a good thing, a lot of times it is a bad thing. So let's just talk about it today. Okay, so what is that thing? A lot of advice is given out there, and a lot of people are looking for ways to automate everything or as much as they can, because let's face it, guys, time is of the essence, and if you automate it, you don't have to be there to do it. Okay, but there's a big but. That's the key. You're not there. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit. So when you automate things, it streamlines what you are doing, okay? But there's a lot of downsides that go along with automating. And I wanted to talk about some of those so you can either counter the effects of them or you can do it better. Okay, and there's a better way to do it. Okay, so some of you guys are using third-party schedulers. You've heard rumors that Facebook doesn't like third-party schedulers. You don't get as much reach with third-party schedulers. I don't know that any of that is true. But what I will say are two things about third-party schedulers. Number one, when you use a third-party scheduler, you do actually risk not getting enough reach, because while I have not seen that be the effect for my social media, well, I don't actually use a third-party scheduler, but for clients, I've not really seen that happen. But why would you want to risk it? Okay, so let's put that out there. Okay, and the second thing about third-party schedulers is that when you, especially on Facebook, if you are looking at Facebook and somebody uses a third-party scheduler, you can always see where that post came from. So say they're posting it from Hootsuite, or they're posting it from Buffer, or they're posting it from, oh gosh, there's so many. There's so many places that you can post from. Everybody can see that it was posted from a third-party scheduler, including your potential clients. So it could, I'm not saying it will, but it could prevent people from interacting with that post because they know that even though you just posted it a minute ago, you're not actually there. Okay. And people want to interact with people. So if it's really clear that you are not there, that this was pre-scheduled and all of that, some people may be less likely to actually interact with that post. So that's where it can affect your reach. Like I said, I don't know that Facebook actually pulls back reach on it, but what I will say about it is that it is a deterrent for people to actually interact with it simply because it's really clear that you're not there to interact back. Okay. It's really clear that you're not necessarily even on Facebook. Okay. So when somebody sees that third party, okay, they know that it was pre-scheduled. They know that you're not there right now. There's a few assumptions that are made. They may be true assumptions or they may not be true assumptions, but it's, those are irrelevant because they affect people's behavior. Okay. And that's the point that I want to make. Okay. So you can see where it came from. You can see it was scheduled. Also, social media platforms, and this is where I want to talk about social media in general. So social media platforms, they all are designed to keep you engaged, to keep you on the platform. So when you're using a third-party scheduler, social media platforms in general, I'm not just saying Facebook, Twitter, anything like that. Um, all of the social media platforms, they want you to engage. So if you're using a third-party scheduler, it may be seen as a deterrent for engagement because you're not there to engage. And since that's the whole point of the platforms, and especially with the way Facebook is going, and they want you to interact and they want you to be in groups and they want you to really have community. Okay. When you're scheduling a post, it doesn't create that community. It doesn't really encourage people to interact like when you're there. Okay, there's a big difference when you're there and when you're not there. So here's what I wanted to talk about. Okay, and this is especially true. Most of you guys are on Facebook. You guys may or may not be watching me on Facebook right now, but most of you guys are on Facebook at some point. Facebook is a powerful platform for business owners, and I highly suggest that you be there if you're not. But what I will say about Facebook is that you can schedule your posts directly in Facebook. And that way, it doesn't look like you're not there. So it encourages people to actually interact with your content when you post it. So if you guys are not aware, and I know some of you are and some of you aren't, but you can post through Facebook. Okay. In your groups, you can still post directly in the groups. On your pages, it was taken away from the pages level, but it is now in Creator Studio, or what is it? What do they call it now? Yeah, Creator Studio. So Creator Studio. So if you do not have Creator Studio, I highly suggest that you get Creator Studio. Not only can you post to Facebook pages from Creator Studio, but you can post to your Instagram business account through Facebook Studio. And it is powerful because it allows you to actually post on Instagram. You don't have to use your phone. You can post everything all at once. You can post it going from one to the other. It is powerful, guys. So if you're not using Facebook Studio, I highly suggest that you do that. That way, when you post, it looks like you're on Facebook. It's through the Facebook platform, which Facebook likes. And it kills two birds with one stone. So honestly, why not make your life easier and just use Facebook Creator Studio and make your life a lot simpler if you're posting to Instagram? Most of you guys are on Instagram and Facebook. So most of the guys that come to me anyway are on Facebook and Instagram. So be smart and use their own platform, and you can schedule out the posts. It's so powerful, guys. So I highly suggest that you do that. So that's just one tip, okay, about content. Now, next week, I just want to let you guys know, in between the segments here, I just want to let you guys know we have a powerful workshop coming up in my Facebook group next week. It's called Become Irresistible Online. Um, authentic organic marketing workshop. Okay. So this is to help you attract the right people, to help you attract more people and more of the right people to you. And one of the areas that we are talking about next week is content. Okay. Because content is one of those pieces that will either attract or detract. Okay. So either your customers are going to resonate with it or they're not. And if they're not resonating, we need to figure out what's going on. So this is one of the things we're going to cover in the workshop. It's a free workshop. It's a 5-day workshop. It's in my Facebook group, Social Media Business Solutions. So I really want you guys to consider joining in if you struggle with content at all, because content is one of the things we're going to cover for 2 different days. We're going to cover video content and we're going to cover other content. Okay, so we're going to do video content separately, and we're going to cover regular content that you post, and that is in the workshop that I have coming up in my Facebook group. I'm going to drop the link at the end of the video to actually register for that, because you do need to register. So like I said, one of the worst pieces of advice I've ever received is to automate everything, or as much as you can. Don't do it. Be there, interact with people. Human connection right now, especially right now with everything that everybody's been going through, with everybody being alone or in their homes for a while, people want to talk. People want to talk to people. Okay. I get not everybody likes to, but listen, if you reach out to somebody and you connect with them on a personal level, that creates that know, like, and trust factor. If you're just posting for the sake of posting because you think you need to, and you're not interacting with your audience, you're doing nothing to build that relationship that you need for the know, like, and trust factor, so they do work with you. So those are some of the things we're going over in the workshop next week. So I want to encourage you guys to actually join the workshop. And like I said, I'm going to leave the link at the end of the video, and I'm going to post it below the video. So please come back. If you leave, come back and actually click on that link and register. You're going to get some freebies there if you do too. Okay, so number two. This is one that I see people telling other people, some marketers, people that sometimes don't know what they're doing. They feel this way. Post often to get more reach and engagement. It's a bad decision, guys. So what should you do? And again, this is something we're talking about next week in the workshop, so you don't want to miss this, okay? So if you post often, okay, and people are not engaging with your content, excuse me, 1 second. My throat was getting dry. I do apologize. So if you're posting often and you're not getting engagement, you're feeding the algorithm that people don't like your content, okay? Think about this. If you're posting 3 times a day and nobody's interacting with you, Facebook or whatever platform you're on, doesn't even have to be Facebook, whatever platform you're on, the AI is going to pick that up as, oh, people don't like what this person has to say, so we're not going to show it to as many people because people just don't like it. Okay, so I highly suggest that you do not post often if you are not getting the engagement. So how do you know how often to post? And a lot of people ask me this. They're like, Lisa, how often should I really be posting on social media? There is no cut and dry answer for that. Okay, that's what I want you guys to understand. Marketing, and when you're on Facebook or on Twitter or on LinkedIn, it's online marketing. Marketing is all about testing. That is what marketing is, Okay, that is what marketing does. So when you are marketing, you have to really pay attention to what is going on. Are they interacting? Are they not interacting? Are they interacting at 6 a.m., but they're not interacting at 2 p.m., which would be weird, but sometimes it does happen. So you really need to dig into the insights and analytics of your social media platforms to understand when it is you should be posting, what it is you should be posting, and how often you should be posting. So if you're posting like 5 times a day and nobody is paying attention, pull it back. I would pull it back to like maybe 3 times a day or maybe even 1 time a day. If you post 1 time a day and you are saying you are giving value, high value in that post, and people start interacting, it's a lot easier to create that one piece of content than 5 pieces of content that no one cares about. So my suggestion is that you don't post as much, but when you do post, you have something really powerful to say. That's how to think about posting on your social media platforms. So think about your news feed, for instance. When you're scrolling through your news feed, there's so much noise. There's so much noise out there. So we don't need more posts, but what we do need are powerful posts, posts that provide value, a high value for the people that you are trying to reach. And again, this is something that we will be going over in the Become Irresistible online workshop next, or no, the 15th. So it's the 15th through the 19th, guys. I think I might have said next week, so I apologize. So unless you get good engagement, it doesn't make any sense to be posting often. Posting more often will not help your engagement. It will actually tell the platform that nobody cares about what you're saying if you're not getting the engagement. So it does the opposite of what you think. So my suggestion is to pull back on the amount of posts that you're doing and to really, really, really provide high value in the posts that you do. Okay, that is a much better strategy than posting often. Okay, so you're not automating everything. You're being present on the platform. You're not posting often. You're just posting. You really have to test it. It's whatever your audience wants. So if you find that when you post often, you get no engagement, pull it back until you're starting to see the engagement. And then maybe pull it back a little bit more and see what happens. If you pull it back a little bit more and your engagement goes down, then move it back up. But if you pull it back even more and you get more engagement, you're going to pull it back. The minimum you should be posting is about once per day, is my suggestion. But sometimes your audience wants more than that. So you really have to test to see where your audience is as far as your content goes. But I will say when you do post powerful, value-added content. Okay? So again, I would love to have you guys in the Becoming Irresistible online workshop because we're going to go over all of that in fine-tooth detail in the program. It's a 5-day free workshop, and like I said, I will put that link up there shortly. So the third thing, and this is a biggie lately. I've noticed this is huge lately. Oh, I have a typo there. Sorry. So you need to be on whatever platform. Right now, that the fill in the blank platform is Clubhouse. You need to be on Clubhouse. How many times have you heard this? Oh my gosh, you need to be on Clubhouse. Guys, what I have to say about that is while Clubhouse can be powerful, while Clubhouse can build your business, you also need to understand if it is the right platform for you to be on. You do not want to be everywhere. Okay? Where are you getting your business from right now? If you are getting a lot of business, if you're getting significant business from one platform, you don't necessarily want to be on all these other platforms. And I'm going to go over some of the reasons why right now, because let me tell you guys something. I have seen this happen time and time again. A new platform comes out, everybody jumps on it. And yes, early adopters of new platforms, they reap the benefits. They absolutely do. That's so true. But if you do not utilize that platform properly, if it is just not the platform for you, if you don't have the personality for that platform, if it's not something that you love, okay, because you got to like it to do it well, okay, then it's not for you. Then you shouldn't be there, okay? The other thing that I see is, is your niche truly on that platform? It may be, or it may not be. So, you know, several years ago, everybody was jumping on Snapchat. Everybody was jumping on TikTok. Everybody was jumping on Instagram years ago. And at the time, all of those things, they were new, they were fresh. It was exciting to be there. But guys, let me tell you, I tried TikTok. It's not for me. It's okay. I can see where there could be some value in it, but it's not for me. I don't love it. If I don't love it, I'm not going to do it. And it should be the same with you guys. If you're not really loving the platform, you really shouldn't probably be there. The other thing is Snapchat. To this day, I don't really get Snapchat. I mean, I teach social media, and some of my clients use Snapchat, and I use it, but I don't love it. I don't get why business owners would want to be there, but that's just me. Um, TikTok, I can absolutely see the value in that for business owners. It's just not a platform for me. So, and I know that about myself. So, what I do see though, especially with TikTok and especially with Clubhouse, TikTok and Clubhouse in particular, I do see this. And I want to caution you about trying out new platforms. While it can be really exciting to be on a new platform, while it's fantastic to be an early adopter and get all the benefits, reap the benefits of that, because there are benefits, if you find yourself wasting time on the platform and not promoting yourself, like say like for instance Clubhouse, so you're sitting in all these other people's things, okay, and it's really not benefiting you, but you're sucking up the content, you're getting value, but you're not building your business. It's probably not a good place for you to be, because you're wasting time that you could be using to build your business, but you're not building it because you're feeding someone else's content. Does that make sense? So that is why I caution when somebody says you need to be on whatever the platform is. It can be anything, because you don't need to be on it. You don't. Unless you really truly want to be on it, unless you really truly love it, unless you really truly are using it to build your business, you really probably shouldn't be on it. When you have a business online, CEO mindset thinking, you do not want to be wasting that precious time that you have online on something that is not building your business. A smart business owner will not do that. So I want to caution you guys about that. So that is the other thing, and I do have another note written here about that, is that the more platforms you are on, the thinner you're spreading yourself. That means you don't have time to give the attention that you should be giving to a certain platform, because now you're over here and you need to give some attention over here. And it can actually hurt your business that way, especially if you have a large following that's interactive, and all of a sudden you're not as interactive because you're building something else over here. And the other audience that you have may feel like, wow, she left me. So you don't want to create that type of environment either. We will be talking about all of those things next week in my workshop, Become Irresistible Online. And I told you guys I wanted to put the link up there to register. This is the link to register for the workshop. It's bit.ly/BIOAOM workshop, and it stands for Become Irresistible Online Authentic Organic Marketing Workshop. That's what it stands for. I really want you guys to get in there. It's in my Facebook group. It is a free workshop. It's 5 days of fantastic content. We are going through so much stuff. You guys are going to get so much out of it. And I'm super excited to be bringing it to you also. Um, So some of my clients that I had that I went through some of this content with, they started having results in under 5 days. So they were in a 31-day program that I offered that provides some of this content, and under 5 days they started having results. And there's some bonuses, there's some prizes that we're giving out. I'm so excited to be bringing this to you. I'm working really hard to make this as exciting and interactive as possible and to help you guys move the needle a little bit on your business, because that's what it's all about, guys. So I hope to have you guys in there. Like I said, let me go through some of the worst advice. If you guys have really bad advice that you've received about social media, I would certainly love to hear it in the comments below. So please do that. But let me go over the 3 that I just went over today. The 3 things that I went over today are bad advice. Bad advice is automate everything. You don't want to do that. Post more often so people will see your content. That's bad advice because that's not true. Okay. And you need to be on fill in the blank, whatever platform somebody is telling you you need to be on. You don't need to be anywhere you don't want to be. And you shouldn't be on too many platforms. You should be focusing on excelling at one before you add another. And unless you are getting the clients that you should be getting from one platform, you probably don't want to add another platform, because you're going to spread yourself thin. You're not going to be as focused. And the chance that you will be side railed by shiny object syndrome is big. So you get in the workshop, and we'll go over some of that. You guys, we're going to do a next Friday. We're doing a free optimization workshop on a Zoom call, but you have to be registered to get in that. And you have to register before that date, because that's not getting posted in the groups on Zoom. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually go through your pages and go through your profiles and get them optimized so you can attract the right clients to you, and they will immediately know that you are the right person for them. Super powerful. So that's what I have for you guys today. And like I said, if you have any questions regarding what we went over today or the workshop, please drop me a comment below. I will come back and answer that. I love bringing this stuff to you, and I'm super excited to be bringing a whole 5 days in a row to you guys, a powerful, action-filled days that you're going to be able to move the needle on your business. So see you in the workshop, and you have a fantastic day.